Voters in Pakistan are heading to the polls today to choose a new parliament in a general election marred by a wave of militant violence. There's tight security in place around polling stations across the country following 2 bomb attacks on the eve of the ballot, which killed dozens. Around 128 million people are eligible to vote, but pollsters are predicting a low turnout. The campaign has been overshadowed by the jailing of former Prime Minister Imran Khan, still one of the country's most popular politicians, who has been convicted on corruption and other charges and is not allowed to stand for election. And we can now get more with DW reporter Beenish Javed. She joins me from Islamabad. Beenish, all eyes on Pakistan today. What is the atmosphere in the country on election day, and what have people been telling you?
Nicole, just as you've mentioned, these attacks that took place in Pakistan's southwestern province of Baluchistan, and therefore there definitely is some sense of fear or some threat of terrorism that people are scared of. And also, as you've mentioned, that Imran Khan has been in jail. He's leader of one of Pakistan's most popular political party, so a lot of voters a lot of supporters of his party had a feeling of demotivation. I have been to a few polling stations, but the polling has just started a couple of hours ago. I did not see a lot of people showing up to vote, but there were some voters. I think we just have we still have many more hours of polling, and hopefully people will leave their homes and will head towards the polling station.
What have people been telling you about what issues they're voting on? What is moving Pakistanis to the polls today?
I spoke to a number of voters, and some of them told me that they are just tired of the long political crisis that Pakistan has been going through. Of course, economic crisis is also something that has affected almost everyone in Pakistan. And therefore, you see that there are some people who believe that their vote has power, and they are turning up to polling stations, and they believe that their vote might change the destiny of their country. But overall, as of now, we don't see a huge or a large voter turnout.
The most talked about person in the run-up to this election, you already mentioned him, was former Prime Minister Imran Khan. He's been barred from running. How has that impacted the election, and who is up for election now?
This has definitely affected how people are perceiving this election, because Imran Khan and his political party, PTI, have publicly blamed the state and even the military establishment of a crackdown on their party. And they kind of very vocally said that they were not given a level playing field to campaign in this election. And Imran Khan is in jail, so he's already out of the race. Then there are 2 other contenders. One is Nawaz Sharif. He is head of our political party, PMLN. He is 3 times Pakistan's former prime minister. He has been in politics for decades. There's a large perception in Pakistan that this time the military establishment is backing Nawaz Sharif. He also already had a very difficult history with the military, like many other politicians in Pakistan. But still, in this election, a lot of people are looking at him. And then his main rival is Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. He is son of Pakistan's former prime minister, Benazir Bhutto. He has also a voter base. As of now, these are 2 main contenders, but we cannot forget that even though PTI is not running as a party, but PTI backed independent candidates, around 200 of them are running in this election, who say that they are candidates of Imran Khan, and they're asking their voters that if they want to vote for PTI, then they have to vote for these independent candidates. So it's a mix of political parties and independent candidates, and we just have to wait for the results now.
Ms. DW's Beenish Javed covering the Pakistani elections from Islamabad. Thank you so much.